Hello everybody, welcome back to the Car Room Magazine's live coverage of iHobby 2009. I am privileged, I am jazzed right now to have in the booth with us Mr. Dave Sinclair. Now, a lot of you know about Sinclair's Mini Auto. The story goes back decades. This was one of the first retail establishments in the hobby. And their specialty is, and always has been, the finer in model cars. The hand-builts, the scratch-builts, the hard-to-find items that the real connoisseur collectors have always cherished. Dave, it's really a pleasure to see you here.
Good to see you.
Thank you for coming over. Tell us about your business. When did you start?
Well, I started in 1964. And the only models available at that time were die-cast from England, and that's when they were building die-cast in England, not China.
Right.
I had Lesney, Matchbox, Corgi, and that was it. And when I decided to go into the mail order business, I found that I should have more than that, so I searched all over the world, and I found Rio in Italy, and Techno in Denmark, and all these other companies in Europe that were never exported to the United States.
Right.
So I began to export them, and the business just grew from there. It got bigger and bigger.
You've also maintained a core audience of real collectors, the connoisseurs, the guys who have been in it for as long as you have, who appreciate the hand-builts and the scratch-builts and the finely crafted models. Explain to the audience what the primary differences are. What's the difference between the die-cast and the hand-builts?
Well, die-cast are mass-produced from very expensive dies. And of course they have an unlimited life. You can make thousands of them. And consequently, even though they're very nice models, they rarely, if ever, increase in value. Now, a hand-built model is made in quantities of averaging 200 of each car.
Very low production.
Very low production, so there's about 200 Chryslers made. And that's for the whole world of collectors. So if you don't get it when it's available, you have to pay aftermarket price, which can be 2 or 3 times as much as if you got it when it was first announced.
It's the type of thing where the supply is always going to be less than the demand. There's always going to be a larger demand than there.
Right.
So you have to be a really savvy collector. You have to know the companies, know when the stuff is coming out, and be ready to jump when the model's available.
Well, I feel that today, with today's market, with everybody losing money on their stock investments, that actually miniature cars, handmade miniature cars, are a better investment than stocks.
You heard that here. Remember that. Well, some of the makers that are out there now, like we have Brooklyn, we have things like that in 143rd. As we go up the scale, what can the higher priced hand-builts cost? I mean, just to give people an idea what the tip-in point would be. How much would we be talking?
Well, our most expensive handmade 143rd is $799. And that is stylish cars. They make nothing but Duesenbergs.
Right.
And they're very hard to get. They only deliver once every 6 months or so.
Right.
And you have to be on the waiting list to get one. And we have people that have the first 4 and have a standing order for anything else that they make.
Wow.
And they're just exquisite models.